Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Wes. Thank you all so much for being here. Today we're going to take the opportunity and we're going to talk about and highlight a musician, someone who is just on fire right now, creating like crazy. And the person I'm talking about is Jesse Wells. Y'all might have heard of him. I actually did one video about him previously, earlier in the year, a while back, when I talked about one of the songs. And there's another one of the songs that I want to talk about here today. But before I get into that, I just want to talk just a little bit about this guy. Like I said, his name's Jesse Wells, and I first came across him, it's been a couple of years ago now that I've kind of been following him a little bit. He's a relatively young guy. I think he's in his kind of early to mid 30s or so, but the spirit comes through this dude like nothing I've ever seen before. I mean, this guy puts out a new song and posts it on social media 2 to 3 times a week. There's been several different interviews that he's done and whatnot, and I heard in one place that I believe it was in 2025, throughout the entire year, he put out, I think it was 128 songs that he posted to social media in 2025. And I've also heard that he has put out between 2024 and 2025, so a 2-year period, something like 8 full-length albums. I mean, the dude's just on fire. I mean, he's constantly creating, and he writes protest music. Okay, that's part of what he writes. I mean, he it seems like he'll take a headline, something crazy that's going on in the world, and there's plenty of that to go around, and he kind of synthesizes it within himself, I guess you could say, and he puts it into a song, and he says what everybody else is probably thinking in the song that everybody else is afraid to say. So he does those songs. He does some that are just kind of just jovial and childlike. And I mean that in the most beautiful, positive way possible. He just he's got a song called Bugs, where he sings about these random things and just puts a tune behind it and just makes it beautiful in some way. And then he also has these other songs that are like ballads. I don't know, I can't think how to describe it, but there is one song here that I want to talk about, and I'm going to read y'all the lyrics. Okay, of course I'm not going to sing this, but I want to read y'all the lyrics to this one song, okay? And this is one that he put out a few weeks ago, and this is called Everyone Who Hated Me Is Dead, okay? So I'm going to read y'all the lyrics to this, and it'll take about a minute for me to read this, so y'all just bear with me, and then I'll kind of reflect on it as we go and once we finish, okay? So again, this is Everyone Who Hated Me Is Dead from Jesse Wells, and these are the lyrics. It says, "There were people out in Gaza, now there ain't quite as much. When some humans just ain't human, well, you must treat them as such. What is stolen must be taken when the promise is divine. Too bad no one told the kids in Palestine. Now I lie me down to sleep, and in peace I rest my head, now that everyone who hated me is dead. There were people up in Canaan, now there ain't quite as many, as is written in the scrolls, as it's been since the beginning. When my God says you are going, well, you better get gone. Too bad God don't talk to kids in Lebanon. Now I lie me down to sleep, and in peace I rest my head, now that everyone who hated me is dead. There are people up in Persia, and there must be many less. We'll destroy the civilization. It's with pride I do confess. There are many who will die for our God-given land. Too bad no one told the girls out in Iran. When the wrath comes a-knocking for the evil that I've sown, I'll be dead in my grave and unable to atone. Yes, when vengeance comes to port, I won't be among the fell. Too bad no one told the kids in Israel. Now I lie me down to sleep, and in peace I rest my head, now that everyone who hated me is dead. Now that everyone who hated me is dead." That's some powerful stuff right there, y'all. I mean, he's taking what's happening around the world and putting it into a song. I mean, he's saying out loud to music what everybody else is probably thinking. I mean, the people who, don't get me wrong, we live in the most beautiful country, here in the States. But, are we really free? Do we really have a say where our tax dollars go? The people who are leading us are leading us into all of these wars that we didn't vote for, we didn't agree on, And anytime someone disagrees, well, what do? We just we bomb them, and with little regard to life. I mean, just listen to some of these lyrics. I mean, the ones that really get me is the end. Too bad no one told the kids in Israel. I mean, what about the innocent people? What about the children? What about the people who didn't ask for this war or any war, which is 99.99% of everyone? What about the innocent people? What about the kids? Well, it doesn't matter. As long as we can just sweep it under the rug and get rid of it, who cares about the innocent folks? That's what it feels like the people who are leading us think sometimes, that there's just little regard for life and for innocence. And again, too bad no one told the girls out in Iran. And too bad God don't talk to kids in Lebanon. I mean, it's just unreal. Too bad no one told the kids in Palestine. That's true. I mean, it's like the people who are sending these bombs and just destroying these areas and places that we here in the States will never realize. I mean, it's like it's out of our awareness, so it doesn't matter to us. We never even connect that for every bomb they send over there, I mean, there's lives that are lost. There's souls that are no more. And we don't think about that just because, oh, well, it's just the next thing to check off the list. No. I mean, when will it stop, y'all? When will it stop? When will innocent lives stop being lost? I don't know. But it's just a sad state of affairs. But it is incredible how this dude, Jesse Wells, can create such beautiful music. I mean, so often, constantly. He's constantly writing and creating. And he writes songs like this to where it's like he's plugged in, and he can feel the pulse of the world, of society. And it's like he knows. And that's it. The people who are running the show, it doesn't feel like they always have all of our best interest in mind. And that's evidenced by the fact that all of these innocent lives are lost. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're American lives. It doesn't matter where these people were born. If they're innocent, they're innocent. Okay? They're all children of God, whether they worship Jesus Christ or they worship whoever they worship. Okay? We're all equal. Okay? We're human beings. We all breathe the same air. We all bleed red. And an innocent life is an innocent life. And if an innocent life is sacrificed because we feel like we have to bomb something, then it's a tragedy. It's terrible. And I pray for those people. I pray for their families. And I pray for everyone across the world who's innocent, whose life is sacrificed against their will. Anyway, just wanted to come on here and highlight that song from Jesse Wells, and that's a really deep one that he's got right there. And he has so many songs, and some of them are just really fun songs that you can sing along with, and some of them are for kids that are just really, really awesome songs. So I encourage everybody, check this Jesse Wells guy out. I mean, he's just like I said, he's on fire right now, and he's putting out stuff constantly. And this one right here just kind of struck me, and it got me. Just the way that the world is, it made me think about it, and how I just pray that it didn't have to be this way. But it's all part of God's plan, I suppose. If it wasn't part of God's plan, it wouldn't be happening. So what happens from here, who knows? But I do pray for the innocent people, and I pray for the people who are constantly inciting evil and so on. I pray for everyone, and I pray for you who are watching the show today, and I pray that everyone has a blessed day. And we'll talk to y'all again soon, and hopefully on a little bit more of a positive note this time, or next time. I know again, it's kind of a deep, heavy message with this song that he wrote that's just really in depth there. So like I said, I do hope everyone has a blessed day, and we'll talk to y'all again soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.